Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to Gaming with the Geeks. Except this time, it's not only requested by you guys, but it's also going to be something solo between me and Drak Romney of StudioGhostUtah. Romney, how you feeling about this today?
Well, feeling pretty good. I mean,
you kind of had a horse in the race on that Twitter poll, and it was not this one per se, but welcome everybody to Silent Hill, the technical other horror franchise that made the PlayStation. As you guys are kind of seeing, so...
Yeah, because this is the, attract mode thing when you're not touching the controller that you're seeing, so I'm not actually controlling anything here.
So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started, and we'll start taking this on. Now, a lot of people did pick this game because, as I put in the tagline, you guys wanted to see Drak get the pants scared off of him. And since I'd been told by so many friends to avoid this game, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little wary. I'm a little worried that this is gonna be one of those things. So let's go ahead and get things started, Romney.
Alrighty then. And yeah, for the record, I'm the one manning the controller, so let's kind of refresh ourselves on everything
again, I'm
here.
supposed to be the guy that's getting the pants scared off of him, so Romney, since he's already a Silent Hill fan, is going to be taking this on, and thankfully he's willing to do that. Otherwise, there might be points where I'm like, I'm done! I'm gone!
Yeah, and for the record, I'm a relative newbie to Silent Hill. My first one was Homecoming, which, yeah, that's gonna probably piss off a lot of the fans here, but hey, at least I'm trying to redeem myself by going back through the good Silent Hill games.
Oh yeah, and this is gonna be interesting. So, this is gonna be exposure for both of us.
Yep, because it's basically beyond Homecoming, my first exposure to the franchise was the movies. So, that's... There, I can pretty much already turn in my Silent Hill fan card for that alone.
Yeah. All right. So, like I said, let's get started.
Yeah, I'm so used to games not going straight into those attract modes. They don't do that anymore.
No, they don't. Because there's just not any need for it. So I'll let you pick the difficulty here.
Well, let's go with normal, since that's usually how I like to start.
Like we pointed out in previous Gaming with the Geeks, we're not herdcore. We play for the story. And oh, geez. Looks like you are having a bad day, sir. Oh, I just thought his car was frozen over. No, it's, foggy out.
Yep.
Okay, so unfortunately, the story of this game was told in the manual. Believe it or not, I know that much, and so this is all I know about the story to bring Romney up to speed. We're apparently looking for our daughter.
Yep, after being in a car accident.
It's strange, it's quiet, it's too quiet. This place is like a ghost town. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those games where some stuff is voiced and some isn't. Cheryl! I'm guessing that's the daughter.
Yep, and the main character is Harry Mason.
Harry
We're
Mason.
playing this very bland-looking person.
Yes, I was actually going to say, I can understand why they brought in Sean Bean to play him.
Yeah.
Footsteps? What the heck? I can't see anything in this fog and snow.
And I couldn't, let alone hear anything.
Well, the other reason that this got... Oh.
Is that Cheryl?
Oh, great. She's walking off into the fog.
Where are you going? Hey, wait! Stop!
Screw you, Dad. Fog is cooler. All right, so the one thing that I'm also getting a request from our audience on is, people love when we do the horror YB Geeks. And so the fact that we're playing a horror game together and you guys can get that analysis, you guys also wanted that too.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of layers to these Silent Hill games that a lot of people tend to gloss over if they're not really into the franchise. I mean, if Resident Evil is very much the science fiction horror, Silent Hill is very much the psychological version.
Yeah.
Where it's less about monsters and more about, well, the main character.
I've been told that. There's a lot of depth to Silent Hill that, oh, jeez. Okay. yeah, that's what I've been told. There's a lot of depth to the games that people don't realize.
Yeah, and that's something, again, and like with good horror, it's a tricky thing trying to adapt it to a interactive medium like video games. Because with horror, it's all about controlling what the audience is exposed to. I mean, even with this camera angle here, most modern games would avoid this sort of thing in favor of something that's more immersive, that allows more freedom.
Yeah, I would actually dare say I don't think Resident Evil would have taken risks like this, like having this moving camera. They didn't do that until Veronica, I want to say.
Yeah. Again, this is very much a Resident Evil did it, we could do it better.
That's strange. It's getting darker. Okay. Better than nothing, I guess. Oh, so he's got a lighter. Ah! The one thing that keeps these two games in common.
Yep. The only difference is that the lighter is more useful here.
Did you say more useful? And it like barely lights it. Oh, jeez. Okay, what's that?
Well, looks like some sort of wheelchair bicycle thing.
Oh, for a second there, I thought that, like, yeah, broken wheelchair. What's this doing here? Dude, that looked like spikes for a second there.
Yeah, it could be the distance from the TV.
Could be. Also, you know, things are dated.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because, like, Silent Hill is probably one of those games that people demand a remake for. And it just hasn't happened.
And we're probably never gonna get it, except as a pachinko machine.
Exactly. What's this? So... we've got dead bodies all over the place now. We got a blood trail. I can already tell you, like, atmosphere, this game's got it. Because we're having that slow building music. Alright, well, more and more blood. We're walking into a monster's den, aren't we?
What is this?
Jeez!
What's going on?
And we're demonetized.
Yeah. I mean, it's pixelated as hell, but wow. Like, oh, jeez, what the hell? We don't have anything to fight back, do we?
No, we don't.
That's already a difference between Resident Evil and this. Is like Resident Evil armed you. Oh no, this is like gonna be a horror movie proper. What are they? Are they supposed to be like demon babies?
Well, I know.
Demon kids?
Oh, did that.
Block? Oh no! Oh crap! Are we blocked off?
Yep.
No! Get us out of here! Okay. Well, it was great playing this game with you, Romney. World's shortest Let's Play ever. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. This guy likes having his mouth open. I'm just saying. I don't like the way she's smiling at us. That makes me think
Was I
she's
dreaming?
evil.
Well,
How
I
do
know
you
she
feel?
isn't.
Oh, like I've been run over by a truck. But I'm all right, I guess.
Glad to hear it. You from around here? Why don't you tell me what happened?
Wait a second, I'm just a tourist. I came here for a vacation. I just got here. I don't know what happened. I'd like to find out myself. Have you seen a little girl? Just turned 7 last month, short, black hair. My daughter.
Sorry.
She might be quoting
The only
the
person I've seen in this
Necronomicon.
town is you.
Where is everybody?
I'd tell you if I knew, believe me. But from what I can tell, Something bizarre's going on.
Yeah, we're in a
That's all I
PlayStation
know.
game.
Yep.
What's your name?
Harry. Harry Mason.
Sybil Bennett. I'm a police officer from Brams, the next town over. The phones are all dead, and the radio too. I'm going back to call in some reinforcements. Hold it. Where do you think you're going?
My daughter. I've got to find her.
Okay.
No way. It's dangerous out there.
In that case, I need to find her now. Cheryl's my little girl. I can't just leave her out there by herself.
Have you got a gun?
No.
Take this, and hope you don't have to use it. Now listen to me. Before you pull the trigger, know who you're shooting. And don't do it unless you have to. And don't go blasting me by mistake. Got it?
Yeah, thanks.
Something tells me that's gonna happen.
You do best to stay
Possibly.
nearby. I'll be back with help as quick as I can.
I gotta say that.
Well, because from what I know about Silent Hill, like, first of all, it makes me giggle that she's from the next town over, and the way that I understand Silent Hill is like an entity, not an actual town.
Well, and that's where things get kind of tricky because a lot of people try to ascribe this sort of interconnected universe meaning to it, which Silent Hill, at least prior to, well, all the games after Team Silent left Konami, were never about that. Everything that happened in Silent Hill was very personal to the character.
Yeah. So at that point, like, that's one thing that threw me off, and then the other thing was she's like, make sure you don't shoot me by mistake. I could totally see this game making you do that. Just given what we've already seen.
Yeah, and so and that's one thing that, and there's a couple of videos that have discussed this sort of thing where people think, oh yeah, it's like this entity. They try to basically ascribe this whole interconnected nature when that, again, that's never really been the point of Silent Hill from its inception.
No.
It was something that got ascribed to it later because of the inclusion of characters like Pyramid Head, which, again, was something that was very unique to the main character of Silent Hill 2, James Sunderland.
Yes.
But because fan service...
That's like the biggest complaint that hardcore fans have, is like Pyramid Head is horribly overused. I didn't know that it was specific to the characters. I know that it came out in Silent Hill 2, but I didn't know that it was specific to the character. And I've heard numerous Silent Hill fans say like Pyramid Head is abused in the movies, and
yeah, the movies and a lot of the Western-made Silent Hill games, because only the first 4 were made in Japan. Mm-hmm. After that, Homecoming, Downpour, all those other ones, and Book of Shadows. Those were all made by various Western studios.
I thought there were only 3 numbered games. There's 1, 2, and 3. I didn't realize there was
there's 4. Silent Hill 4: The Room.
Oh, okay. So The Room is also known as okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to remember how.
And that's when Team Silent.
There we go. Oh, so that's the map.
So that's when Team Silent disbanded, roughly.
Roughly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so equip. Okay. Just had to get myself familiarized with the
So
controls.
pill bottle, probably medicine. I wonder if the flashlight's gonna have a battery problem.
Possibly. Okay, so that's how you raise the weapon.
And I could also kind of tell what people were saying about like some bad voiceover. But from what I understand, the voiceover that they were getting for these games, it wasn't professional stuff. It was like acquaintances of Konami of America.
Yeah. And very much, but this was back when
What's that?
voice acting in video games wasn't even considered on the same level as TV and radio, and
What's
other
going on
stuff.
with
So
that radio?
so much so that oftentimes established actors had to go by pseudonyms in order to remain compliant with the unions.
Yeah. I mean, the perfect example that I know of professional work that had to go kind of independent, was Steve Bloom actually voices Goku in Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, and he had to go under a pseudonym to be able to get credit for it.
Yeah, and I know in the original release of Metal Gear Solid, David Hayter had to go by a pseudonym as well under the name Sean Baker.
Dream.
Yeah.
What's happening to this place?
Hence why in the PlayStation version you actually have that. And I'm actually very happy that they never modified that when it got re-released on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, mainly because that would have taken a lot of time to modify. And,
Yeah.
Well, with what we know about Konami now.
Oh, Pocket Radio? I wonder if we're going to be in contact with Sybil.
Well, actually, the radio is how you'll detect monsters because it'll emit static.
Oh, I missed that part. All right, I was wondering why it was going all freaky.
Yeah, that's like a staple of the franchise within all of the games, is that the radio is kind of your way of knowing. Because again, this is a survival horror game, so ammo is scarce.
Where could Cheryl have gone? I guess I'll check around again. So this is where we are, roughly?
Yep,
in
we're at the
Silent Hill?
cafe on Backman Road, and so we got to make our way to Finney Street.
Oh, jeez.
This is where you see some of the references, because Backman is actually the name of a pseudonym that Stephen King wrote under, Michael Bachman.
Yeah.
And then for Matheson, that's named for Richard Matheson, author of I Am Legend. Amongst other stories.
All right.
I Am Legend, the basis for Real Steel, a lot of films like that came from short stories written by Richard Matheson. And I'm going the wrong way, so let's go this way.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say this right off the bat. I am seeing a lot of similarities between the original Silent Hill and the original Resident Evil. I'm not saying that they were poaching off of each other, but I think they both kind of had the same conceptual design choices.
Yep.
The only difference is obviously what you've kind of pointed out, where Resident Evil tried to have a more horror movie-esque story. Like a stereotypical one.
Yeah, like a better comparison would be is that Resident Evil is trying to be like the Romero movies.
Yes.
Whereas Silent Hill is trying to be, again, more like a Stephen King story.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's trying to be like that art house, up and coming horror film. Like it's doing a lot of psychological horror.
Yeah, basically, if Resident Evil was Night of the Living Dead, Silent Hill is The Shining. Is kind of the best way to look at the approach.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, as far as demon dogs go, that's pretty freaky.